1-890 to 22222. Okay. Alright, okay. What am I doing here? Throw one of these. Get live, I guess? Signing V-Gala outfit. And then let's get like a cool outfit picture. Yes, this is the one. The big red Astro Boy shoes. This represents what we are doing today. Why is it not working? Why does it say -27? Okay, cool. We're working. It's working now. Things are working now. So we got one in the Discord, and we get one in Twitter. What do I have on Twitter? Let's what have I got on Twitter that I can use as an image? Human donut. We open the human donut folder. We see V-Gala. No, I can't show off that yet. That is a spoiler. That is a spoiler for all. A new spoiler. Mimi photo. This will do. Live. Building a V-Gala. Now, is there an existing hashtag? Let us see. If we go to Roy, we go V-Gala. Not seeing a hashtag. Maybe I just use hashtag VCiv. Hashtag VCiv. Outfit. And we bring back the red circle. Classic. Link below. Excellent. This is perfect. This is my favorite thing to do. Making up outfits. Now, what do we do? What do we use to put this together? That's my question. Do we just use photos? Do we go into perhaps Infinity Nikki and put something together? I don't have many trousers in Infinity Nikki. That's a problem, actually. So I think that's out. Unless there's some way that we can build an outfit for Nikki with the wide full access. Is there an online Infinity Nikki? Infinity Nikki outfit builder. Wishful wardrobe? No, that's a randomizer. I'm not seeing anything like that. Construction? No, that's the construction ability. That is not what I want. Oh, wait, who's this? Oh, it's Ash. With all the merchants guild. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Let's get an image on screen so that it's not just me talking. Properties. Titanic. That's an old one. Okay. So we need something that with finger theming, because I'm the thumb of the fingers. The fingers are a comically evil group, a Team Rocket type group. Who'll be enacting dastardly schemes involving other players, but not in ways where they're like getting hurt, just for funny things. Funny things that someone may perhaps put in a newspaper. Maybe we should have an evil newspaper. No, that sounds like a lot of work. I cannot head a newspaper. That's a bad idea. We'll get distracted and the newspaper will not come out. I need some... trying to find like a good first image to build upon. So many images, and I've yet to find the one that is the one. I don't have a base. You know what? This might be a good starting point. This might be the perfect starting point if I can just resize it. If I can resize it. So we transform and we fit to screen. And here we go. Now we're looking at our base image. We'll get rid of that. Got our base image. I'm going to pause the videos that are in the background so my computer is less under less stress. We'll throw on the chatting BGM. So here's our base image. I'm going to layer clothes on top of this dexterous individual who is sideways, I suppose. We'll put this down, actually. We'll get old videos and we'll change the label of old videos and we will say instead our base image. Okay, this is our base image. This is, I need like a, okay. It needs background opacity. This is our base image. And we're gonna layer clothes on top of this image. And then we'll have a full outfit. Now, I should do this in Photoshop. This is not, this is not ideal. We'll load up Photoshop. Photoshop. We're now on the Photoshop screen. Except, where's my chair? Where's my chair? I've recently discovered there's a fantastic looking customizable chair set model, live 2D model, which I may take advantage of. It's on sale at the moment, first week sale. I think Dizzy used it. No, it wasn't Dizzy. It was Kai Shindere. It's a very cool looking outfit. Not outfit, very cool looking model. Currently €25.75, I believe. So it's €25.75. I believe their name was Tan, perhaps. Now, what size should it be? I feel like it should be a vertical orientation. Let me see. If I go to saved formats and we get a 4 is too big, we go dress up. Dress up is the one. Once that loads now, okay. And now I can go to OBS and I can hopefully add Photoshop one, but already? No, it's been so long, I don't have Photoshop. Okay. I need to add Photoshop to OBS. We get our game capture, which in this case is Photoshop. Yeah, I really don't have Photoshop. Okay. We get our Photoshop. Specific window. Allow transparency, I suppose. And where's that? That's at the top. We transform and we fit to screen. And it's still blank. Why is it? I've added transparency and now you can't see it. Nope, that's not the problem. What? Okay. Properties? It's one of these settings for sure. After cursor, use anti-cheat compatibility hook? Nope. Still blank. Okay. Okay. Why is this blank? Photoshop. Here. OBS. Windows graphics capture. Okay. So game capture doesn't work. This. We need Windows graphics capture? I don't see that as an option. Anyway, Photoshop. Oop. That one there. And I'll just disable this viewing very briefly while I set this up, because it is determined to reveal my personal information. Hopefully that hasn't already happened. Running. Okay, there we go. We will do one of these. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. Stretch to screen. That works. Okay. And we just throw this down a bunch of layers. Excellent. Now we're looking good. We get our base image. We get our base model. Do I happen to have just like a mannequin model that I can throw clothes on? That would be really helpful. Model as in image, not as in. Although, if I did have a live 2D bald mannequin, that would be excellent. But I don't think that's on hand. You know what? We'll go to over here. Go bald mannequin, perhaps. Full body. It's not really how you spell that, but that's fine. Maybe three-quarter angle body node. And go base body. This is kind of missing some key features. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's almost exactly what we're looking for. Just need to make this like way bigger, and we can cover up a bunch of this stuff. Excellent. Okay. And then we hit the handy-dandy magic eraser to get rid of all these red lines. Nope. Okay. Let's get that tolerance down to like 35 instead of 120. Too low. 50? 75. Good enough. Looks a little goofy, but it's fine. Cover it and close, you won't even notice. No, it's pretty noticeable to be honest, but oh wow, okay. Whoa. Let's get going at that eraser. And then we will have our base. We will have our base for which to draw, or not draw, but sort of glue clothes onto. You know, I might just be able to get away with erasing the outside bits. And then it looks like a stylistic decision, maybe. Hopefully, perhaps. I really don't want to spend a billion years drawing over all that stuff. That's not terrible. Okay. This is good enough for me. I say as I keep erasing. You guys hear about Doctor Who? That's kind of sad that they canceled it. First time in 21 years that it's been off the air. They may have taken a year break or so, I think, between Chris Chibnall and not Stephen Moffat, Russell T Davies. Very unfortunate business. Now, where do we begin? I think we begin as where all stories begin, and that is with a cape. I'm pretty sure that's what I want. At the gate. So we're not looking for oozes, we're looking for Donut 5 is the folder that I have in it. Clothes, perhaps? Ooh, this is cool. I'm gonna be finding like 1 billion old reference images. So we will make this like, no, let's do it the other way. Let's make it significantly bigger, and then I can just throw this on the side there. And that can go over here. Maybe a little smaller. Ooh, I just took a chunk out of her leg. Let's lower that down to like 35. Good enough. Okay. And let's get big dollop of white. White color over here. Get rid of that green. Now, what can we grasp from this design that we could maybe transfer over to this little thingy? You know what? We'll glue a little donut face on there, so we know that's donut. Do I have a severed donut head that I can just throw on there? Is that something I have on hand? Surely I do. There's no way that doesn't exist. I have one from Zoni from a million years ago, but that feels rude to use without permission. You know what? We'll do this. We'll use this. Do horizontal. And go in there. This was by very cool Nia underscore Yume. Nia no Yume. All one word, no underscore. Let's see. Flip. Can I just like do one of these? No, I can't, because then it's facing the wrong way. If I just do that, close enough. Ants. There we go. It kind of looks correct. Alright, can Can I just highlight this and the other one and move them slightly? I'll just move the base. Okay. We've got our donut base cloud documents. Save. Okay. I've been thinking capes. I want, you know, we'll do the job first of just dumping all of these into group and we with like base, because as soon as I start adding stuff, it's gonna get messy. What's weird is that? Are those not in there? Just move them by each other. I did do that. Okay. No, that doesn't go in there. Okay. Does that look wrong? Oh, because I moved the thing. Okay. We have our little donut base. So we need, I think, a trouser. I'm thinking, do I have a drawing tablet? I do. Let me plug that in. Okay, I don't know if this will work. This tablet is very cheap and was used when I bought it and has not been used in about a year. So, maybe more actually. There's no guarantees that when I plug it in, it will do anything. Oh, there's a light. That's good. That's a good sign. And I have it upside down. Excellent. And we switch to the brush, and the brush is giant. Let's not do that. The hardness down to here, and hit X. Excellent. Oh wow, it has like pressure and everything. I don't remember it having that. Okay, so what does this currently do? Does it currently do anything? I'll go trouser doodle. So I've been attempting to learn to draw. I've never drawn on the computer before, like right now, so this may go terribly. But I believe in myself. It feels like I have to drag the pen very far. That's something I have to get used to. I'm not in the habit of that. So I was thinking, because so my group of fingers, we have Akane, we have Dizzy, we have Wannabe, and we have Nash. So there's what looks to be 2 suits and 2 dresses. So I was thinking something in between those 2 things could be fun. So we have like maybe like if I can get this back a bit. So it's like trouser legs underneath a sort of one-sided gown. Could be fun, but it might be too much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's very, very wibbly. This. Ooh. I like that. I like the weight. That never worked before. I thought with the. You know what? Maybe it's because I changed the hardness to 60. I think 60 is the sweet spot. I like 60. Okay. How the heck do you do this? Is what I'm wondering. So it sort of curves towards the right. So we'll curve towards the right. No, that looks awful. It's not terrible. It does look a little bit like I am wearing a salmon, but that's fine. That's fine. So we will... Let's do one of these, and I would love a sharper point just down here, please. No? I wish I could just erase that particular line. Nope, it looks more fish-like somehow. Maybe I'll go out the way. Yes, that is what I was doing wrong. Okay. Let's have a look at that. I don't mind that. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Now, I feel like it does need something on the other side. I think we actually reduce the opacity on this fellow to like 25%. And then we get a better look at what we're actually drawing. Zoom in a little bit. Something like this could be cool. Where there's a slit in the leg, and then that shows off that is much too thick. We show off a bit of a trouser leg or a short or something. That is not how legs are supposed to look, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So maybe I make the legs a different color. I think I'm making them too thick as well. I think I'm trying to go off of these reference images and they're just too thick. So we'll go thinner. Also, I'm going to switch the color because if everything is this forest green, that would be no good. Go with like a light blue. And then that will help us identify the different layers. I'm thinking of a high sock, actually. I'm thinking a high sock, and I've changed the wrong color. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll continue. We'll continue as we are. I'm thinking a high sock, maybe like now, flat or heeled is the question. That is the question. And that is a really messed up looking leg. That is not good. That is also not great. Good enough. Good enough, we say. I'll actually do this on a separate layer altogether. Can I bring those back? Excellent. Under trouser. Now the question as well is how do you translate this to squares, to cubes? And the answer is I don't know yet. Is my answer. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think I've learned my efforts to learn to draw is that there's no such thing as a straight line. There are curved lines, there are mostly straight lines, but there are no true straight lines unless you have a ruler. You don't want those. You don't want those in the first place. They are much less interesting than a straight line, and I've gone too far. I've gone too far, and it needs to be curved. That is not... There's no knee. I've removed the knee. The knee is merely a suggestion, which I do not believe in, and that is just not right. That is less right, somehow. Good enough. Not looking great so far, if I'm honest. But you know what? We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm thinking more layers, but then how do you translate that to Minecraft? Maybe the way to go isn't layers, it's color blocking. Is that right? Is that the correct usage of color blocking? Let's see. Color blocking. Yes, okay. So it's using high contrast colors to help differentiate the space that I am working in. You know what? We'll get rid of these strange little hairs on the side, and we will instead maybe just have the slit go up full. that. Something like that might work. Nope, I hate that actually. Hmm. Maybe to counter the too much leg, we throw some ruffly bits on this side. I don't know. That even look a little bit like ruffles, not particularly. Good enough. No, how do I need some reference images. That's what it is. Half trouser, half dress. I don't know. Or maybe dress with trouser slit. There's one thing I've learned is that anything I can think of has been thought of before, which means there is no reference image I cannot find. This would be very cool, but also I have no idea how to do it in Minecraft. You do have to simplify, which... What can you do? But something like those trousers would be very cool. But also, how the heck does how does one do that? Is the question. How does somebody do that? Trousers with slits? And skirt, perhaps? Denim button slit shirt. That is not what I want. Now I'm getting harem pants. That's also not what I want. I feel like this is also not character-wise making sense. I feel like we're getting too far from the character. No, we'll leave it for now. We'll leave the thing as is for now. We'll come back to it. Trousers, question mark. We will go and we will get the thing that I've been thinking the most about, and that is shoulder cape. The Dragon Miku is the one that got me thinking about capes. Dragon Miku design. I've been thinking Miku. Ouya. I do also like the boots. You know, I like a lot of this design altogether. This poor woman is getting her head cut off, so let's move her up. I will actually add another group. Trouser duo. This will be doodle. Okay. let's get... I do like the high collar. I'm a fan of that. And then it goes down the length of the arm. Sort of like this. Then it's wider at this point. Goes up to the shoulder. Now this is looking a little bit too anime. This is maybe too much. That is not good. I do like the idea of having like no, maybe we don't go quite so, you know, like one of them. Do like a bit of a trim edge, but then how do you manage that? It's so little space. We'll do one of these just so I can achieve this here. Nope, that was a mistake. Do one of those, and then I'm thinking for the top half that this is a mess. This is a mess. Overall, just generally a mess. We'll keep going. We'll keep going because you know it can only go down or up. We can only go up. Top bit. Thinking maybe low cut. This is a travesty. This is horrible. This is heinous. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll fix it. Maybe no sleeves. Maybe that's the way to go. I'm realizing now I'm just doing the Miku. I'm recreating the Miku, but also she's wearing trousers and I'm not, so that's... No, actually, she is, but there's trousers right there. I do like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I keep the, I think that might be too much hip. This is not that kind of event. Something like that, maybe? And then that has to go under the armpit. I don't know how to feel about this. I like that there's that stuff, but I don't know if that's maybe the way to go. Maybe there's no line on the front there. Maybe that's how we work with the limited shapes. With the limited pixels. The cape could be an overlay. That's something. I like that idea. It's removable, so if it's too much, we can just be gone with it. Except I drew the fucking thing on the wrong layer. We go cape, we go one of these, we go one of these. And then we can just go poof, and it's gone. You never have to think about it again. It's not the way to go. Maybe no sleeves? I'm once again just recreating the Miku. This is... it's a good design. It is a good design. Maybe nut iconography. Donut iconography. But then there's no... I don't think that'll work in such a limited space. Maybe go back to... Oh, we gotta get the ring as well. Thumb ring. It's a thumb ring kind of person. Well, that's a bit too much curve. I liked that neckline. Go back to that. This is maybe too abstract for what is essentially a Cluedo type event. This is... We're not going to the V-Gala. Maybe we are. I haven't watched the video. I've watched the video. That's not true. I haven't read the application. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. What, I feel like something is missing. Maybe no, I'm not. This is fine. This can be the one color here. I could just there we go. Nope. Okay. No, I lost it again. Just trying to. Okay. Maybe we go. Billy Porter. What do I do? Maybe collar. No, this is too disco. This is too disco. I brought back disco and I regret it. Let's go with, I don't know. Try this. Nope. More reference images. We need more reference images. That is what we need. This is... Okay, so we go computer. Instead of doing all that, actually, because I feel like that'll... It's not what I want. We go... donut. We go donut 5, because that's where I keep all my new design ideas. Part of an outfit. Very low cut. It's too low cut for this particular event. What is... Let's get Leaf's image. I'm gonna get Leaf's image so I can... No, I can't get Leaf's image because I don't have it. Just gonna mentally try to remember what it looked like. It had the epaulets, the golden epaulets with the little tassels. It was simple, it was sleek, it was elegant. I need to keep it simple and sleek and elegant. And my computer is stuck. Okay. There we go. That is too big. We got what's her face from Tekken? Or Street Fighter? Tekken? Street Fighter. It's from Street Fighter. No? Maybe Tekken. I don't remember. Anyway. She's got a very straightforward thing going on. She's got mostly just grays, different grays. But it works really well. And then the red is like a... It draws your eye. Your eyes are drawn there because it's the like brightest color, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe a belt. Maybe a belt is what's missing. That's never true. That's... Well, sometimes it's true. In this case, I don't think it's true. Let's go with belt. And we switch to blue because the yellow and the dark green are already too close, and I don't know why it's dark green and not just gray or black. Maybe a slim belt. No, I like thick belts. They are my preference. And that looks like nothing. That looks like nothing at all. Ugh. Um, I think we go to Trouser Doodle and we get one of these. And we just erase a chunk. No, erase a chunk. If I can sneak a belt on there. Okay. We go back to belt. Press B. And we get like a vague shape of a belt going on. I don't know. I don't know. I do want kind of... Do I have any shoe reference images? Any cool shoes? Shoes are a tough one because they're usually the one that's like cut off in an image. Mostly trousers. Almost always shoes. We got some JoJo in here. Let's not go with JoJo. Well, you know what? JoJo isn't bad. But also Araki is like good at... He's got his system down pat. And I'm getting there. Let's not pull from the Araki pool just yet. Pull from the Iraqi pool just yet. So we're thinking thumb, we're thinking finger, we're thinking donut, we're thinking... Ooh, you know what? Oh, maybe I don't show that on stream. I don't know. This one's kind of nice. I like this one. That might be too casual. That's too casual for this kind of event. Hermes from Disliked, maybe? Kind of cool. But it doesn't really make sense within the context of everything. Wait, hold on. Maybe it does? Maybe it makes perfect sense? No. I'm thinking we go like... I'll be able to see from this side, but we go like one of these. And it's just blue this whole way. And then, I don't know, do we go... Do I go barefoot? Is that... I don't think that's the move. Maybe. You know what? That could be cool. No. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe this is too much blue. I need more yellow down this area. Just like a little bit. Not a lot, because yellow is quite bright. I like it as the shirt. Maybe this is the way to go. Type shoe. And I don't know. For now, I guess I'll throw just yellow. Unless that doesn't make any sense. That looks like a hand. That looks like a bird foot. I don't think it's even possible. Oh my god, that is bad. This is not good. Also too long. Well, no, it's not too long necessarily. It's not looking good though. Quite not looking good. I do like the addition of maybe some fancy yellow shoes, but for now I think we leave it. feel like this is maybe... It's not very gala. That's more gala. It's much more dramatic for sure. But I think we actually change if we do go with the cape. I think we change the yellow band. We make it blue. Different blue maybe than the actual cape itself. And then we have the button be yellow. There we go. I'm liking that. And then we have maybe... I'd love a little like of gold, yellow down here. That's not it. That's not it. Where is this one? It's that one. Okay. I'm thinking we get rid of this. And we do yellow instead. That doesn't look right. What do I do? Kind of that kind of thing? Okay. How the heck do you do ruffles? Just even as a... I'm not really trying to do ruffles, it's really just kind of an outline deal. But, I don't know, am I gonna get better than that? Probably. I give it to someone else to figure out. But I feel like it's very bare on the arms. Maybe I do a tattoo? Is that... No. It seems... I feel like this is not cohesive. This is... It doesn't really tell you anything about the character of the thumb. It's really more just cool things glued together. I don't know. I don't know. The cape is the thing that's throwing me off. And I like the cape, but also the ruffles are throwing me off. Because the ruffles, you need more ruffles. If you have one spot of ruffles, it's weird. If you have them in different spots, that's what it is. That's what it is. Make this bit sort of ruffly? No, that's not it either. Make it ruffly like here, maybe? I don't know. I'm unsure. Let's go back to keep. And can I just like cape fill? It's not how you spell fill. We get one of these, and we go one of these, and we get like a lighter, paler sort of blue. One of them, and we go the size of it, so we can have a look at what that looks like. This area covered. Just get it's a cut outside. And then we go cape fill, we turn it down to 45%. That's a nice bit to have it at. And you know what? We'll cape fill this bit too. We can get rid of that goofy scribble. Just going around and we're taking out all the bits that are outside of the Achi lines. And I may need to take a couple of days to figure this out because I don't think this is an M. I don't think I can figure this out in an hour or so. But I don't mind that. That's as silhouettes go. It's I mean, it won't even have a silhouette. It's square. My thinking. Um, Keep. And we go back to. Oh, I should have written down what it was. No, it doesn't matter. It does look like nipples now. That's the problem. So I think we extend this to the armpit, like the Miku. That's the way to go, and then it goes under the armpit. And maybe we just place that there. Excellent. Now this does kind of just look like a sleeveless t-shirt, which is not what I want. Maybe sheer? How do you do sheer in Minecraft? Maybe? No, because then you can't wear the, where's the top? Is it this one? Yep. Top fill. And what we want is different yellow. A little more orange. No, we want sort of banana yellow. Banana yellow. And what was the cape fill? 45%? Okay. And we go from 10 to like 67. Oh my goodness, 67? What are the odds? Let's color that in. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. What the heck I am to do. The blue is all wrong. This is not at all the correct blue. This is too much Miku blue. This is really not the color I'm going for. But it's fine. Maybe we actually bring this over a little more. It's looking very asymmetrical, that's for sure. But what else can I say about it? I don't know. Maybe the skirt isn't the way to go. And what do you do for, like, interesting lower half? Is the cape too much? I feel like it might be too much. I think that maybe that's what it is. I think initially I did say it would be somewhere between shirt and dress, and it is definitely not a shirt, so maybe we fix that. I don't know. Do I add a collar? Is that the way to go? Maybe I get rid of the donut head. Up. Go. Collar question mark. And we go over here and we get back our space yellow and we go back to, I think it was 10. No. 7. That's also too thick. No, that's actually fine. Alright. So let's try a collar. How do collars look again? like a one of them. And then we go that. And those. I might just draw a neck in front just so I know what I'm looking at. It's always Italy. Something's up in the moonlight. Upon the moonlight. That is a messed up neck. That is much too high at the back. I was not paying attention. Okay. And you know what? We'll throw. That's actually going to cover up the ring. What layer's the ring on? I have no idea what layer the ring is on. Just throw an arm in there. So that I can get this just like. That is a messed up wrist. Good enough. Sort of a glove. Got a mitten going on, but that's okay. I need to have a look, see who drew this base. Sec. Well, let's add back in the shoulder detail that they so preciously added on the base. That's not how that works. Okay. This is looking like Under Armour. This is not like clothes that people wear. For the trousers. Trouser doodle? Under trouser. If the skirt was also yellow, that would work, but that's too much yellow. That is my thinking. Maybe I flip the blue and the blue and the yellow, and then have this whole piece be blue. I'm liking the color. It is a little bit Aquaman. I can live with that. Can live with that. No, the ruffles are awful. Let's get rid of the ruffles. Let's see. Blah. Be gone from this place. And I think it was top fill? Yes. Maybe Under Armour is the way to go. Because then I can have a whole a separate layer of clothes I can just remove. I kind of like that idea. That's a good idea, me. Thank you, me. Let's go with trouser and let's just erase this whole dang thing. Except it won't let me because I'm on the wrong thingy. There we go. Get rid of this inside bit. So that I can just change the color without having to redraw the whatchamacallit. Oh. I did it again. X, there we go. We'll try yellow. You know, we'll try yellow. See how it looks. Fill we want under trouser, I suppose, or maybe a whole new layer, a new fantastic layer to use. Skirt. Fill. Set it about 50. And then maybe we get rid of the belt. I'm thinking we get rid of the belt. I like the idea to get rid of the belt. And throw one of them on. Move it down to like, I think it was 25? That seems about right. Nope, that's way too low. What was top fill? 45. Why is it still so light? What have I done? It looks like a pea stain. Oh, you know what I did? You know what I've done? You know what I've done, actually? What I've done is we go here and we turn that up, and what a horrible color. I wasn't ready for that. Let's get rid of all that. Yep, truly something. Bit of a little accident there. Throw this on here. Da da dee da da doo doo. Da da dee 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 doo doo. Da da dee da da doo. I'm not really understanding where the this is looking like fictional fantasy prince type ceremonial armor, which maybe I don't know is the move. Under trouser fill, but we keep going because we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. And then what does that look like at 45? Maybe I can just leave it as is. Oh wait, I had cape fill. I have cape fill. I'll use the cape fill. There we go. What base color is that? I like that. It's a nice color. Trouser fill. We'll use a fun little trick and we'll rename this to belt fill. Press 2 additional buttons. That is one of the belts of all time, for sure. And I think belt will be one of the ones that is like an over piece. So we might separate these further. Over armor layers. Is this? It's nothing. Okay, I can maybe delete that without messing up stuff. Yep, okay. We throw the cape in there. Nope. We throw the cape in there. And we'll change this to violet. Get the cape fill. Is that still blue? Okay, so we got cape fill, we need belt, and belt fill. And then I could do that, and then suddenly bam. Okay. I'm really not seeing any sort of thumb theming. That's the only thing. It has the thumb ring, but that's really it. Taking a bite of my muffin for strength. Concentration. Maybe the shoes are also fill. Maybe then I can still go like the cool shoeless route. Are they blue? They need to be violet. Violet and violet and violet. The shoe actually needs to be top. And there 3 is shoe fill. So I need to figure out what the shoes look like. Ooh, I love that collar. That collar is just... Maybe it's... I don't know. I'm loving that collar. It is kind of looking a bit like a tunic kind of deal. It's got like I just had a thought. I'm gonna add another layer. Hat. And fill. We get our blue. Go brush, and we go, I think it was 7. What if? Oh, I need to turn the hat fill down to 45. And move it up to like 26, maybe? That looks less like a crown than I wanted, but fix that. I can fix that. Even though they were lovely arches. Not arches, what are they called? Curves? Curve is not the word I'm looking for, but that is what they are. So that's the problem. Nope. 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 Okay. Yeah, it looks terrible. What an awful crown. But yeah, it needs to be bigger. It needs to be a bigger crown. It needs to not be off to the side. Center of the head is the way to go. Maybe like one of the ones with like a bobble on the top. Is that too silly? That might be too silly. I know we're going for silly, but it's kind of looking like Azula, a bit of an Azula crown. It's not what I wanted, but I like it. Just throw a scribble in there. And then we can go boom. It's just sort of an elegant under dress, not dress. You know what? A dress might work. Where's the top fill? We bump that back up to 100 per second so I can steal that color back down. And I just fill in a little bit in the middle. I'm loving this drawing tablet. I thought for sure, as soon as the words came out of my mouth, drawing tablet, I was like, oh no, this is the worst idea I've ever had. I haven't drawn with the drawing tablet before, and the first time I'm going to do it is in a very public setting. But I like the feel of it. I've had this for years, and I've drawn it a good few times, and I've never been like, I like the way this is feeling to draw with. But I don't know, something's different. Maybe it's because the program that's supposed to add the weight, the pen weight actually works when it hasn't for a very, very long time. Or maybe it's because I've spent more time drawing, and so I can sort of translate more what I want. Or maybe this is purely just because it's very, very simple in terms of the actual thing I'm drawing. There's no details, there's no faces. I'm bad at faces. We want to bring back the thingy, the trouser thingy. These things. Which one are they? Cape fill? The cape fill. Why the cape fill? Shoe fill? Shoe. Did I draw them on cape fill? No. Did I draw them on cape? No. Drew them on belt? What? I copy and paste this? I think I can duplicate layer. We'll call it long sock. And go duplicate layer, long sock, fill. And we move those down. And then I don't remember what, they changed that one there, so get rid of that. And the long sock, we get rid of its lines. No? Is that not what that does? Gets rid of the belt. Okay. And then we go back to cape fill, and we get rid of this, which may take a little longer. But I think we're getting somewhere. I'm starting to be pretty happy with how this is looking. And then cape fill. I don't think this is going to change anything, this bit. I'm liking that. Now we just need shoes, I think. Maybe a glove on the other arm? Is that too much? Is that too much asymmetry? That might be too much asymmetry. Now the shoes, I feel like we have to go very simple because Minecraft is not great about funky lines, so I think it might just be a matter of we take this and get 7. just rip off the Miku food. Oh, there we go. I had to disappear for a moment. Um, but I'm thinking we literally just rip off the boot because it's not going to look anything like the Miku boot in Minecraft mode. Because there's no foot; it's just a stub. So we just go ahead and where is my? I have it upside down. So we go from like here. Just keep it simple, I think. Just gonna scribble it in. And then maybe a gold glove here or something? I don't know. That's not how that works. So from this side it would be there, so it's then. Horrible, horrible looking. But why did I do it like this? What was I thinking? We have the shoe fill there. We have technology. Sorry, I can smell toast. There's toast like right next to me. Nope, didn't want to do that. There's toast right next to me. Why is that below? It's because I'm drawing it on the long sock. We want shoe there. Okay, and then from this side you won't actually see much of that gold. So we have it like this way. And then we go shoe fill, and we consult. I actually don't want to go quite as light for that. I think we definitely go lighter, but maybe we go more brassy. So the brassy persuasion. And bigger, and these. That's not quite brassy enough. I think we go brassy or not quite into gold because gold is spoken for, but maybe like a funds either. Well, that of course turns green. The whatchamacallit. Fix that in a second. And just wanna color in all of this. Do, 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 do. That does not... Amazing. You know what we can do? We can get this there, and we can... Is it belt? Oh, no, belt. Okay. Why does that not work? I'm gonna erase it. It's not erasing. Oh, it is erasing, but there's 2 layers of it. Long sock. The culprit. And then we go back to belt to get rid of that. And now I'm really just thinking about the toast that's sitting in front of me. The toast, the bread, the toast. There's butter on it. It's warm. I'm hungry. And then cape. I'm thinking, is the glove on the other side maybe too much? Maybe I go simpler than that. Maybe I go with just like a bit of jewelry or a tattoo or something. Maybe a tattoo is too is not the way to go. Get one of those, and we go back down to 7. Maybe there's a hotkey I can set up that'll make that quicker. Still looking at that. That was, of course, the eraser. Of course it was. Do I go no glove on the thumb? I go blue glove. Does the blue all disappear when I turn off the armor layers? A lot of it does. Not all. No, I think maybe maybe I don't have the ring on this hand. Maybe I have the ring on the other hand. Not sure. I haven't even really thought about hair. Hey, where's that layer there? Let's fill in that there. Did I turn off something? I think I did. Feels like the head, the neck that was drawn in there is gone. Where the heck did the neck go? They erase it? Must have. That's not good. I'm not crazy about the boots. Maybe it's because they're just the feet, but covered in yellow. I feel like that might be part of it. Maybe I make them brown. Although then I look like a banana. Although that might happen anyway, because brown hair. You know what? Let's get started on the head. Let's get hair going. Now, hair is quite limiting in Minecraft, as I'm sure most people are aware. There's not a lot of wiggle room there. But if I can pull up a donut image, go to one of these, we go here. One of my favorites, we get this one here. Oh, it is very small. Let's get one of these, and we go one of them, and do one of those. Okay, because it's a reference image, I should put it way higher. Maybe I'll get rid of the thingy altogether. Layer mask, be gone. Here. Okay. So, key features we must keep. We must keep the funny little curl. Right? And maybe I can go bigger with that. Oh, I need a different image. That it was like one of the few that really doesn't have a very strong curl on it. There. That's a. Oh my god! It keeps turning into the hair layer. Okay. Hair. And it is a bit of a thicker curl, actually. And then I think I was gonna go with like different glasses because I thought it would be cool to have like, or maybe the hat is too much then. I think the hat with the sunglasses is too much. Sunglasses. And sunglass. So we get our base color, and now we can attempt to draw some sunglasses. I kind of wanted them to be like there's these cool little flat ones. That does not look amazing, but it will do. And I'm raising the hair is gonna be painted, which is not what I wanted, but it is fine. It is fine. We'll work with it. Work around it. Hair. Go back to the hair because I need to add the little blondie bits, which is kind of one of my favorite bits of the little blonde streaks running. What does the rest of the hair look like? That is the question. Is the question. I don't think this kind of long is super manageable in Minecraft. Maybe like a bun? Or not a bun. Okay, so I've actually drawn these too far back, which is a bummer because I like how they look. Should have drawn the hairline. I should have put it in first. There we go. Here's our dodgy hairline. And that's not correct. That's also not correct. I'm going to be fighting with this for the rest of time. Rest of time. So it goes thicker and then it goes thin. Nope. You know what? That's close enough. And then we do another one of those. If it's at all possible. Mark that as... That's where we want to hit. And it goes sort of out the way. No. Nope. Close enough. Might be cool actually if it's not that. This is going to be the rest of my day just figuring out how the heck I drew that cool hair. It's not really what I was thinking. It's good enough. Let me grab my blue. But no, I'll have a separate layer for the eyes. Yes. There we go. I feel like the sunglasses are extremely out of place. Now there's a donut face on it. I like it less. Not because of the donut face, but because it's like this doesn't look like a donut thing. Not the food, but like it doesn't mesh. I think the shoes are extremely wrong. Bring back the hat. Move the sunglasses down to the base layer. Sunglasses eternal. So we can do that, and it keeps them. I like that more. I like that a lot. I still think the shoes are goofy, but this is something. I don't know. What time is it? How long has this been? An hour and a half? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna end it now. I'm gonna eat my food. And I'm gonna read into frogs. So I want to see what compliment they're doing. Read into frogs. So thank you if you were here. And I'm gonna go now. /raid and frogs chewed is spelled the same way I thought it was. Excellent. Goodbye. In 9 seconds. I was a little quick on the gun there. Any second now. Any second now. And okay, there we go.
Never mind.